Good morning. Mackenzie Johnston with Tri-State Livestock News, bringing you your Wednesday morning headlines concerning fair cattle markets. Sponsored by Sandhills Beef Company, American producers feeding Americans, because we all know monopolies won't get us anywhere. To learn a little bit more about Sandhills Beef Company and all they have to offer, head on over to their website, sandhillsbeefco.com. Also sponsored by Sodak Angus. Sodak Angus will be hosting their 64th annual bull sale on January 18th at the ranch near Riva, South Dakota. They will be selling 115 range-raised red and black Angus coming 2-year-old bulls with the power and performance to ensure profitability in your calves. Sodak Angus offers a first season guarantee and free keep with May delivery arrangements. For more information, you can contact Vaughn at 605-430-4372. Excuse me, or you can head on over to their website, Sodak, S-O-D-A-K, Angus.com. As you all know, the January WASDE report came out yesterday. National Beef Wire reported on the feed and grain report. The January 2020-2021 U.S. corn outlook calls for lower production, reduced corn used for ethanol, smaller feed, residual use and exports, and decreased ending stocks. Corn production is estimated at 14.182 billion bushels, down 324 million on a lower yield and slight reduction in harvested areas. Total corn use is down 250 million bushels to 14.575 billion. Exports are down 100 million bushels. Feed and residual use is reduced 50 million bushels to 5.65 billion bushels based on indicated disappearance during the September-November quarter. With supply decreasing more than use, corn stocks are lowered 150 million bushels to 1.552 billion. The season average corn price received by producers is raised to $4.20 per bushel. Global coarse grain production for 2020 and 2021 is forecast down 9.3 million tons to 1,438.5 million. Foreign corn production is reduced with declines for Argentina and Brazil offsetting increases for China and India. Dryness during December in Argentina has reduced yield prospects for early planted corn in key central growing areas. Brazil is lowered, reflecting reduced yield expectations for first crop corn in southern Brazil. And with that report, my goodness, did we see corn skyrocket yesterday and cattle kind of fell out of bed. Cattle Range has reported on the January WASDE cattle and poultry report. The 2020 total red meat and poultry production estimate is reduced from last month. Beef production estimate is reduced on lower cattle slaughter. For 2021, total red meat and poultry production forecast is lowered from the previous month as lower expected beef, broiler, and turkey production more than offset higher pork production. Lower expected placements in 2020 will impact fed cattle supplies come mid-2021. Cattle carcass weights are forecast lighter in 2021. The beef import estimate for 2020 is reduced on recent trade data, and the 2021 import forecast is reduced mostly due to lower expected imports from Australia. Beef exports for 2020 and 2021 are increased from last month. Cattle prices in 2021 are expected to increase on lower production forecast, and hopefully we see that. DTN Progressive Farmer has reported that as of Monday, January 11th, this last Monday, farmers, livestock producers, and other small business owners could start applying for the Small Business Administration's SBA new Paycheck Protection Program, PPP, if they are working with smaller financial institutions. When SBA originally opened PPP for loans back in the spring, companies connected to larger banks snatched up the majority of those funds. This new program has been adjusted by Congress and SBA to allow smaller, underserved businesses a better chance at receiving the loans. Last Friday, SBA announced that $15 billion has been set aside for new PPP applications coming from small community financial institutions. These financial institutions must be banks or credit unions with under $1 billion in assets. Repeat PPP borrowers can start reapplying today, January 13th. Businesses, farmers, and livestock producers can apply through their lenders for this new PPP program. Just go ahead and give your banker a call. To be eligible, farms and other businesses must employ 500 or fewer people. The 1% interest loans, which can be forgiven, can be as much as 2.5 times a company's average monthly payroll costs, up to $10 million. The loan period can run from 8 to 24 weeks and has some flexibility built in for farmers that hire seasonal help, which is handy. Farms or livestock operations must have a maximum net worth of $15 million or less to be able to qualify for PPP loans, and their average net income after federal income taxes for the past 2 years cannot be more than $5 million, excluding any carryover losses. Last year, about 150,000 businesses in agriculture, forestry, hunting, and fishing received $8.1 billion in PPP loans. This accounted for roughly 1.6% of the entire lending under PPP, which ended up reaching $525 billion when it was all said and done. Finally, National Beef Wire reported yesterday that choice box beef ended the day at $209.14. That was up $1.45. Select box beef ended the day at $198.09, and that was up $2.35. Lots of news this morning. If you have not already looked into that PPP program, the new PPP program, I encourage you all to do so. That is all I have for you guys this morning. Have yourself a wonderful Wednesday, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.